Yo, so this is Gary, owner and founder of Plant-Based Fitness. This is the time of year where everybody's looking to, make changes, usher new habits in for the new year, different things like that. So what I wanted to talk about today was I wanted to talk about what is it that you're willing to sacrifice to achieve the fitness goal that you want to achieve. I always ask people that question because I think it's very important, because I think a lot of times people have a image of what their body is, what they want their body to look like, but they don't know how to get there. And what happens is, if you are not willing to sacrifice anything, if you think that you can just keep doing the same things that you do, hang around the same people, eat the same things, and then magically this is going to happen to you, you're definitely wrong. Because it's always something that people have to give up to be successful. So, the law of sacrifice says you cannot get something that you want without giving up something in return. And so, you have to ask yourself, what is it that you're willing to give up? Is it alcohol? Is it cigarettes? Is it eating bad food at night? Is it going out to party with your friends? Is it eating fried food? Is it drinking coffee? What is it that you're willing to give up, and what is it that you're willing to sacrifice to make that happen? And I think most people, when they see these people that are extremely fit, they don't see the road that these people traveled down in order to get there. They just see the finished product. They don't see the years and years of strength training. They don't see the years and years of meal prepping. They don't see all of the work that went into it. They just see the finished product. So, just some tips and stuff that you guys could do out there to help you out. One of the things is, giving up your immediate desires. Everybody has these immediate desires that pop up, and they're like, oh, I want that, or oh, I need that. And in order to achieve your fitness goals, sometimes you got to give up those immediate desires. Like the desire to eat that candy bar, or the desire to go get that glass of wine, or whatever it may be. You got to be willing to sacrifice certain things in order to get you to where you need to be. But the thing is, once you sacrifice those things, you'll see how much you didn't really need that thing in the first place. And it's all it's going to do is just going to push you further towards your goal, because it's like, why set a goal and then be sitting in quicksand? Because you're constantly just doing just enough to get you past that point. So another part is the shiny object syndrome. So that's like where you see something that's like a quick fix, and you're like, oh yeah, let me get that. Oh, let me try this new machine because it's going to help me out and do this. Let me try this program because it's going to help me do this. Let me do this Instagram program, things like that. And I think when you get to the point of trying those quick fixes, most people, by the time they got to me, they've tried several things and it didn't really work. And it could be a number of reasons why it didn't work. But, you definitely want to get out of that shiny object syndrome, where you're looking for that quick fix, because, I've been on my journey personally for about maybe 4 or 5 years. And I can tell you, I've seen some major strength gains. I've seen some different things happen in my body that I've been excited with. However, I know that there's another level. I know that there's more. And so if you alleviate yourself from the shiny object syndrome, then you're not looking for a quick fix. You're looking at it long term. And I think whenever going into this new year, that's the way you need to be thinking. You need to be thinking about a year of time. Like, what are you going to do in that year? What's the first 3 months going to be like? What's your next 3 months going to be like? What's your next 3 months, and what's your next 3 months after that? And I think when you get to that point of looking at your health goals like that, it'll add more power, it'll add more energy to what it is that you're trying to do. You know, because it's a quote that goes, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. And I think what happens is most people don't even have a plan to start off with. You know, that's why we get the people that come to the gym for New Year's. They go good, they go hard for about a month and a half, and then after that they drop out. You know, they had good intentions, but they didn't have a plan. And that's why, the plan is going to be what you need to get you where you need to be. It's your roadmap. The next thing is seeking others' approval. That's for one thing I've seen in my time, just helping people, is that sometimes people's friends and family could be the most divisive, especially when they get in shape. You know, they say things like, "Oh, you looking too skinny. Oh, you need to eat more. Oh, you need to don't lose no more weight." And I think once you get out of the mode of seeking other people's approval, then that's going to empower you. You know, that's gonna help you gain the strength that you need to transform your body in the way you need to transform it. You know, and the moment that you look at somebody else to ask if they think it's okay, more than likely you're going to be disappointed. So, you know, seeking others' approval is definitely something that you want to get out of the habit of. You know, and you know, I kind of feel like I don't care what nobody thinks. It's about what my body wants. It's about what I'm gonna do with my body. You know, and I think that's going to help you out in the new year too as well. And one of the other things too is, you know, like not asking for help. Like, you know, when you need help, you need help. And I think what happens is some people get into a habit of like, oh man, I could just do this on my own. And I think that's a power when you can be able to ask for help. You know what I mean? Like if it's something that you don't know, ask. That's how I do it. If it's something that I don't know, I'm never too big or too strong to ask for help. You know what I mean? Like I'm always able to go ahead and, you know, ask for help. Thanks, Virginia. You know, I'm trying to nail them home because I know people are gonna, they in the New Year's mode is coming up. But yeah, you know, asking for help is always a good thing. Always asking for understanding. You know, even geniuses ask questions. So, you know, keep that in mind. And then a big one that I noticed is being perfect. You know, nobody wants to fail. Nobody wants to do it bad. You know, nobody wants to not be successful at it. And so I think one of the things that you need to get out of your mind is seeking perfection. You know, for me, I take pride in not being good at stuff. And it sounds funny because it's like, wow, he takes pride in not being good. But the reason why is because I know one day I'm going to get better. You know what I mean? And if it's something that I'm really adamant about, then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my time and I'm going to put my energy into that effort to get better at that. You know? And so it goes back to like, what are you willing to sacrifice? You know, thanks, Natalia. You know, I want y'all to like and share this too. You know, I'm just trying to give everybody some good motivation for the beginning of the year. You know, and so yeah, so being perfect, you know, is something that you need to get out of your mind because it's something that you'll always evolve. You'll always change. You'll always be different. You'll always, you know, it's always another level to even the basic level that you're at now. And, you know, like I say that, like, even for me, like, you know, I've been working at building my strength consistently for about a good 8 months. And I know that the level that I'm at now, there's another level to that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm more excited about the level that I'm at now because I'm like, man, I worked hard to get here. But I'm not looking for perfection. Like, I know it's certain things that I can't do, and I'm happy with knowing that because I know I can improve it. So, you know, and then it also goes like when you're working out, you know, thinking, oh, am I doing this right? Oh, am I, you know, because you got to think about one thing in your mind. You got two people. You got your ally and you got your enemy. And you don't want the enemy's voice to be talking too loud, because if the enemy's voice is talking too loud, that's going to cause you to not be successful at what it is you need to do. You know, so if you catch yourself saying something like, oh, I suck at this, you know, just rephrase it. You know, use your words for power. Don't use your words as divisiveness against yourself. You know. So yeah. So that's one of the things too, is, you know, being perfect. You know, get that out of your mind. Period. Going into the new year, get that out of your mind. You don't need to be perfect. It's very. It's not a good way to have your psyche going when you're always thinking about perfection. And, you know, another point is like, I think what happens is when some people find a way of doing something, or they find like a program, they try to be too clever. And when I mean being too clever, I mean like trying to find a easier way out. Like, you know, taking something that you do and like saying, oh, well, let me put my spin on it. You know, and oftentimes a lot of these things, you know, have been proven. So all you gotta do is follow the track, and it'll get you there. And I can say that happened to me because, you know, being a trainer, I was always like, okay, let me get this workout program, but I'm gonna do it this way, and I'm gonna change this, and I'm gonna change this, and I'm gonna do this my way. And the one thing I was thinking about is like, you know, if my way worked, I would already be where I wanted to be. And so, you know, one of the things is like, you know, giving up trying to be too clever. So stop trying to put your own spin on things and actually follow the program. You know, and I've done 2 different programs with strength training, and I can say I've gotten the most results from these programs because I followed the exact program. You know, like I didn't deviate. I didn't try to do like do less sets or do less reps. You know, I did exactly what the program told me to do, and I got benefits from that program. You know, so that's one of the things too, is just, you know, don't try to be too clever. You know, follow the stay coasting. You know, follow the plan, and it usually will yield you really good results. And then, you know, the last thing is just like the mask. You know, everybody has this mask. You know, everybody has this presentation that they want to present to everybody, and it's a way that you try to you know, project yourself as perfect. You know, one of the reasons why I'm even doing a live video, because I'm like, yo, you're gonna get the raw me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna edit it. I'm not gonna script it. This is straight from me, and it's a way of me taking off that mask. You know what I mean? Because I'm not perfect. You know, I do achieve to do things properly, but, you know, I understand that I'm human. And I think that when you can take off that mask and understand that you are human, you know, and understand that you're not seeking anybody's approval, you know, and you're in this to change. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's really how you, you know, how you make any type of body transformation, you know, and I think too is just like, you know, besides not being perfect, you know, understanding what you're willing to give up. You know what I mean? Because there's some stuff you're gonna have to give up. Like, you know, for me, like, I had to give up alcohol, and I haven't had a drink in probably like about, you know, 3 years. Besides a tincture, and if that, I don't know if that counts, but let's see, what Rick Wall having to get back up can be frustrating on a real one. Yeah, well, you know, that is true, Virginia. Once you hit a brick wall, you know, it is hard. But the only thing is with that, when you hit that brick wall, you can't let that, the only way from the ground to go is up. So, you know, if you hit the ground, you know, the only way that you can go from there is up. You can't go further down. And I think that's one of the things too, is not allowing yourself to go deep down the rabbit hole, you know? Yeah. And so, you know, like, and I talk to people all the time, and that's the first thing I ask them. I'm like, yo, what are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice Thanksgiving dinner with your family? Because they're not eating the type of stuff that's going to get you to where what your goal needs to be. You know, are you, and honestly, to top it off, I would even say you need to get some healthy friends. You need to get some friends that do healthy things. You know what I mean? Like, it's It's like you can't keep the same friends. It's a quote that I like. It says, "You are the sum of the 5 people that you most associate yourself with." And so if your friends is doing unhealthy stuff, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be doing it right with them, because people are creatures of habit, and we also like to keep our relationships, going and stuff like that. So, when you decide to take your health serious, believe it or not, you will lose a few friends, because you won't be into doing the same things. You might want to go hike on Saturday, in the redwoods, but you can't hike on Saturday in the redwoods if you got a hangover. So obviously your friends that's going out drinking the night before might not do that. And then on top of that, what if you got to get up in the morning and go exercise? You already got this planned. And so now you got to be able to stick to the plan. So, figuring out what it is for this new year that you're willing to sacrifice. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Also, I want y'all to like this. I want you to share it. It might be somebody out there that needs this message. So, do me a favor and share this. And I'll constantly come up with more and more things that's on my mind that I want to talk about. And, if you have any suggestions of things that you would like to hear my insight on, I'm definitely more than happy to do that. But I'll say it again. The law of sacrifice is you cannot get something you want without giving up something in return. So, let that sit in with you. I got a lot of things that I know that I'm going to have to give up in this new year. But the thing is, I'm ready to. I'm ready to give those things up, because if they not getting me to my goal, then I don't need them. So, once again, this is Gary, owner and founder of Plant-Based Fitness. Thank everybody that came through and listened to me talk a little bit. Appreciate everybody. Once again, like and share this. And Happy New Year. Remember, don't set any goals, but come up with a plan. Come up with your personal plan. Where you want to be. Even try this. Try the next 90 days. Where do you want to be? What is it going to look like? What is it going to feel like? All right, y'all. Peace.